You too. Welcome back to another episode of Cater Palace. I'm your host, Caleb, and today we're going to speak about yesterday regarding the Memphis Grizzlies. Obviously, Jalen Wells was kind of like shoved a little bit from behind when he was going up for the basket. It came down hard fall. Everybody immediately rushed over to him, and he was carried away in a stretcher. So prayers out to him. They said that he fractured his wrist. He sent a picture out from the hospital. It looks like he's okay, but at the time, I think he was like unconscious. So, um, as far as who pushed him, I think it was somebody on the team, last name named Washington. I think somebody named Washington last night was the one that kind of shoved him from behind, and yeah, so he was stretched off, and he's right now he's in the hospital recovering. So. They played the Charlotte Hornets last night in Charlotte, and everybody kind of like surrounded him on the court, and it looked like he was okay. So yeah, but that's like a freak accident. I don't think it was intentional. I know Ja kind of rushed over there and kind of like pushed everybody out the way from a couple of them out the way. I know him and Mark Williams kind of got into it a little bit, but in that moment it wasn't necessary for none of that. It was more important to see if Jalen Wells was good, so hopefully he's good. Seems like he's going to be good, but it seems like he's going to be out for a while. Prayers out to him. But Ja Morant, kind of like a weird switch over, but Ja Morant hit a three and then he did a grenade celebration in the crowd. I don't know if the league's gonna look at it or not, but as you know, Ja got fined $75,000 for doing the gun gesture after he made the three against Miami. He was fined $75K. Then last night against Charlotte, he threw a grenade, and he did that yesterday. So I don't think anything should happen regarding that, but we'll find out. But they did get the win. So they did get the win yesterday. Ja had 28 points, eight assists. Desmond Bain had 19. Zach Edey had 17 points, 19 rebounds. Jaren Jackson had 14. So obviously no LaMelo in this game, out for the season for ankle injuries and wrist injuries. So he's out for the season with that. But yeah, they ended up winning 124-100. But Ja, he's very funny. That's all I gotta say. I can't do the gun. I'm gonna throw a grenade in the crowd. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But moving forward, obviously, so tonight you got Luka returns to Dallas. I don't know if Luka's gonna play tonight. They played OKC last night, which he got ejected for taunting the fan. He ended up getting ejected. I thought that was some bull. I'm not gonna lie. If you trash talking to the fan, I don't think you should get ejected for that. In my opinion, and the game was close. So Luka brought the team back, and they was down 2 at one point. And then when he taunted the fan, they was down 2, and then the ref ejected them, and then the Lakers ended up losing that game by 16 points. So yeah, the refs for sure controlled that game last night with Luka. If Luka stayed in the game, the Lakers could have won, and OKC wouldn't have won on that comeback. So, so that was a horrible loss last night. But Luka had 23, Austin Reeves had 24, most improved player of the year, if not a candidate. LeBron had 28. Shea had 42 last night. He was cooking last night. Shea had his way last night. J Dub had his way last night. So yeah, right now Shea should be MVP, but the numbers that Jokic is putting up is crazy. And both of these teams are top 5 in the West. with OKC being number one and the Nuggets being well, the Nuggets they've lost. They're number five. Obviously, they fired their coach Mike Malone yesterday. Turns out him and the general manager of Zach Booth was not getting along very well, and they ended up firing the general manager as well. So they both are out of job. So um, whatever is going on in Denver right now in that organization definitely needs to make a quick turnaround quick because you're tied with the Clippers, Warriors, and Grizzlies for a playoff spot. Because if the Nuggets lose again, they play Sacramento tonight. If they were to lose again, they would be out the playoffs. They'll be in the play-in. So they definitely have to get it together. I don't know what's going to happen with the Nuggets going forward. There were rumors that Michael Porter was they were trying to trade Michael Porter, but other teams weren't. But other teams didn't want him, so he ended up staying with Denver. But yeah, you definitely don't fire a coach 3 days before the playoffs or the play-in starts. Like, there's 3 games left in the regular season. You're top 5. You're a championship caliber team, and you're firing your coach 3 days before the playoffs. I don't know, but I don't think that's the best option. Or 3 days before the regular season. That's not the best option in my opinion. Yeah. So I don't know what the Nuggets are going to do, but yeah, they definitely need to figure out that organization right now because right now you haven't won since 2023, and you've given up the players that you won a championship with. I don't know how you get better. I mean, yeah, you signed Russell Westbrook, but I mean, you still had Bruce Brown, KCP, Jeff Green. Those were real players that really contributed to the championship. And then you don't bring them back. And, and then the year you don't bring them back, they ended up getting out the second round in the game 7 to the Timberwolves. And this year, it's looking like they could get out the first round if they're not locked in. Because if the playoffs started today, they would play the Clippers. And Kawhi is looking really good. James Harden is looking like he's looking really good. He's looking like he has games where he's Houston James Harden, and he has games where he's Clippers James Harden, where he's facilitating. But either way, that's a scary matchup. And and then you look at their bench. They got Bogey off the bench. You got I know he doesn't do a lot, but you still got Ben Simmons. I mean, obviously he's not the same. Obviously, he didn't took a couple steps back in his career, but you got Norman Powell. You still got Batum who can knock down shots. Like Batum can knock down shots. Oh, you got Derrick Jones, who's a high flyer who can defend. You got Zubac, who's an underrated big. He's putting up 20 rebounds a night almost. Like, you gotta, like, the Clippers are not a team to sleep on. Like, you can't sleep on the Clippers. Like, they're the 4th seed, and they've won 5 in a row. And Kawhi was just named Player of the Week. It's all leading up to the playoffs now. So, yeah, we'll see. I mean, obviously you got the Lakers, you got Houston. Houston is looking real good, but we'll see how they look in the playoffs. But Denver, y'all lost 4 in a row. You play Sacramento tonight. I mean, we gotta see how that works, but we gotta see how that ends up. Cause Zach LaVine just had 45 the other night, I think, against Detroit with the win. Yeah, Zach LaVine had 43 points the other night, and Sabonis had a 19, 15, and 10 game, and DeMar DeRozan had 37. I didn't even know DeMar DeRozan had 37 points. So DeRozan and LaVine combined, they both had 80 points combined. along with Sabonis' triple double. All right, okay, Denver. Don't walk in Sacramento thinking shit sweet. I'm be honest, because it ain't sweet, and they just clinched the play-in, game. So yeah, man, you gotta watch out. These next 3 games, these next 3 days are very important for the Nuggets, Lakers, Warriors, and Memphis. It's looking like the Timberwolves are gonna be in the play-in. So, but right now Memphis will play the Timberwolves in the play-in. So I don't know. But you gotta think, if Denver and Golden State were to lose, Memphis is in the playoffs and Golden State and them in the play-in. But I don't know how that works. But I'm gonna assume that Memphis is gonna be in the play-in because of injuries and stuff like that happens to them. So yeah, man, we'll see. But yeah, hope y'all enjoy the video, man. Denver's gonna need all they can get right now. So they're gonna need all the prayers that they can get right now. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, we'll see what happens. But hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe if you new. Again, get well, Jaylen Wells. And yeah, man, that's gonna conclude this episode. I'm K-Dub, and we gone.